reasons
All
for
right.
banning.
Hey guys, you want to hear the best way to start this? Okay, there we go.
Motherfucker.
Well, we are on stream, so hello everyone. We are here for our maps of Tier 3dom. We are having bleeding. Exactly. We're having bleeding lizards versus the newly named Blood Rain, formerly Team Amethyst. So we will actually see them on screen as green for lizards and purple for the Blood Rain. So we will be seeing some Lijiang Tower as our first control map here. We're gonna give him some. We're gonna give him some Lunar New Year. We're coming up to that, right? Co-casting with me today will be Forsaken Bacon and Zijin Jahila. And you shut up, you fucking alarm. All right. Both teams are ready to go, so we are gonna get this shit started ASAP. And any predictions, Bacon? While I'm drinking my tea. Junkrat everywhere. Especially since, I mean, Unholy definitely on McCree. I almost think that we're gonna end up seeing at some point in time, Icarus will end up swapping over from his OT role into a damage spot at some point.
I mean, or support.
I mean, actually, no, fuck that. If he plays Zarya, he's in a damage role.
I mean, if he plays Baptiste, he's in a damage role. I nano him.
Also a good point. Also a good point.
But yeah, some big things going on here. We're gonna see most likely Rein Zarya from the Lizards. They're pretty iconic for it, with Icarus on the Zarya and Arya on the Reinhardt. Same thing with Dax and Impulse. They're pretty known for it, but Icarus is
on ball with Icarus. I'm loving the ballsy move. Oh, his balls are gonna stick? Oh no.
No, I wonder if he's gonna stay on. Okay.
I know what you're talking about.
I already regret offering. As for, I'm not sure how this team is going to be able to keep up. I don't know how Lizards. I mean, I don't know how.
Apparently, Unholy's not here. One sec.
Round one. Capture the objective.
Alright, well, we got to pause on the field because, well, apparently one of their players is just not here at the moment. We are going to probably be sitting here a little while, you know, waiting on a single player. I almost feel like they get 2 minutes. In order for us to get this shit underway.
Yeah, they called for a pause because one of their teammates was AFK.
Well, any other time I would have given them just flat 2 minutes for any pause. Either way, doesn't really matter. We have a pause, and it's because of, I'm going to call you out right now, Unholy. You are not there when your team said you were ready. So, foul on Unholy. I'm docking you points. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry.
I mean,
it's okay. I actually get to sit here and sorry.
I don't understand why you wouldn't call a pause here. Like, if I was on either of these teams, I would want it to be as fair as possible. I hate winning for dumb reasons. I hate losing for dumb reasons.
I know. It just ends up pausing for the rest of the stream, folks, and, you know.
Okay, go. He's here. Go. Alright, let's get her going. Hopefully Unholy picks his iconic McCree and gets absolutely rolled by Icarus.
He's been playing a lot of Genji.
Okay, so he gets absolutely rolled by Icarus for free. That's an even easier matchup.
I was in the middle of calling him whenever they said that he was ready.
Oh.
Either way, Icarus back to the Zarya like we had expected.
Yeah, he's gonna be in
both
that
teams-
Zarya, so.
Okay, both teams ended up running the Moira Lucio instead of the Zen Lucio that I thought was going to happen. Evil Hex gets picked off early, and there goes Stanley.
Oh.
No supports on the
Holy,
side.
man. Nutty combo.
Ari gets unholy, but gets taken out for it.
Unfortunately, like, most of the team for Blizzard, Lizards was fucking already taken out, so. Right now we got Junkrat that is taking the high ground control to put, well, the staircase control as they're starting to push in. Reinhardts are starting to get right in each other's faces right here. First pick goes to Skywalker with World Crusher, and he's already got a tire, and it comes out and gets a 3! That's nuts.
Typical Skywalker getting an early tire with a 3K. Like, he's known for it.
Yep, precisely, and
Unholy getting the shot onto Stanley on the way out. Tank almost got down there. He got pretty low on health just from Zarya ult fires. But both teams coming in with Moira ult.
ooh,
Zan gets taken out by Unholy flanking. Big high noon on the side, but was only able to find the Mei who ice blocked. Ari getting taken out, and there goes Evil Hex. Looks like it's another regroup for the Bleeding Lizards. Unholy just playing the front line like he does. Who needs tanks when you don't miss shots?
pretty much, right?
Big grab coming in. World Crusher loses the 1v1 against Unholy. In comes the tire.
Two tires.
And Skywalker kills Zan with the trap. All kills on the side of Blood Rain, and it looks like they're going to be taking the first part of the Neutral Tower.
Man, that was pretty dominant display right there from Blood Rain. I actually had to think about what the fucking new name was.
Stanley swapping over to the Baptiste, which should be honestly pretty nutty against this team comp. Like, if you can keep Immortalities behind cover, they're not going to get taken out by Unholy or Skywalker, and they're just not going to be able to get the kills that they need, especially if there's no Baptiste on the other side. Plus, that's just a ridiculous amount of healing and 2 very fast ults to build for the supports. But again, you have to deal with Unholy, who is... He's not actually aimbotting, but I like to think so. Makes me feel a little bit better.
When he headshots us, yes.
Yeah.
It's how we sleep at night. Alright, they're going to be taking the back route while Blood Rain's already on point. They're already in that doorway, ready to go. And those first few grenades start flying. Gets a couple picks. Oh, sorry, gets a pick on Crusher.
Unholy gets the kill on the Zan in a 1v1. And again, the pressure gets completely pushed forward by the Blood Rain.
Hey.
Dual shock for battery low. That's not what I want to see.
Ha! No, definitely not.
Alright, looks like the Bleeding Lizards are going to come in through main here, trying to make a push through with the Sigma, which is actually a big change from Reinhardt.
Potentially the smart idea going
for
into
a
this.
massive flank. Me playing the front line. In comes the Immortality field, keeping the middle area alive. And Skywalker goes down, but so does World Crusher. They're both down to DPS right now.
Evens things up for this first fight.
Icarus high energy. High energy Icarus is the DPS, so...
That's what they need.
In comes the Baptistal, Arya finding the kill onto there, and onto Willow. That's 2 big picks coming in from the Sigma, and it looks like they're going to take point control once they deal with Lucio.
We tell...
And comes some grenades from Skywalker trying to build some more ult runs.
We end up saying that, Meek was going to end up being the DPS, being the Zarya, but in actuality, Ari ended up being the DPS as Sigma there.
Unholy trading with World Crusher there. But they're coming in with 3 ults on the side of Blood Rain, almost 5. Actually, almost 6. That's already ult will build fast if Impulse can get energy. Early Coalescence coming in, and then the Shatter to follow up. Looks like this might be a quick cleanup. Dax finding 2 people with the
Skywalker is getting behind them. Going for a tire.
And finds 2. The tire was a bit overkill. Once they had the Shatter Coalescence, the game was... Like, that fight was won, so...
Pretty much. Luckily
for the Bleeding Lizards, that's an extra ult that they used to win that fight. And they're coming up on...
My ultimate is ready.
3 ults? Or if Stanley can build it quick, which he can, on the Baptiste.
Willow just sitting there emoting on point.
Willow's toxic. Percent ticking up all the way up to 90.
Tank tried to go for a move there, not quite panned out. Now comes the...
Only finds Moira, but she fades out of it. Incoming bomb to help contest the point, but a big grab coming in. Lucio will help counter it, and that's a lot of kills for the Blood Rain. It looks like they're going to take this fight with that final team kill. I think map 1 is going to go to Blood Rain.
Yep. Way to suicide there, at the end of the map, Zarya. Oh, I guess I should actually...
I was watching that.
Oh, you were watching that too? He's just like, alright, cool. We won? I'm hopping off. I'm stepping out.
He yeeted the grab and then hopped off.
Yep. Alright, so what we got going on in the, chat at the moment?
Just people going back and forth.
On?
Which teams?
Oh, the people in the Twitch chat?
Yeah.
Deciding who's actually going to end up being like, hey, you know, this is who we're rooting for.
Unholy was taking his trash bins out. That's in a Twitch chat. That's what Aiden.
Blood Rain's heals are on point is also said in the Twitch chat, and I have to strongly disagree. I don't think it's the fact that their heals are on point. I think it's the fact that they secure kills very efficiently. Like, you're not healing Skywalker when he's behind the enemy team. He's just getting 4 kills somehow.
Alright, so we are moving ourselves over to our hybrid map, which will be Hollywood. I'm gonna get this set up while we're waiting on,
Best Bastion map in the game.
Best? I don't know about best. It's a good one. I don't know about
I'm not saying that, like, the heals are bad on the side of Blood Rain, but I don't think that's, like, what's swaying the fights here. Like,
yeah.
The heals on Bleeding Lizards were pretty nutty, trying to keep it, like, how long getting sustained through Skywalker spam. That's a lot of healing.
Alright, I gotta go make sure map
Blink is in for
2.
Impulse on this one.
Blink, we're, bringing in Blink for Impulse here. Got the sub coming in for Blood Rain. And I think that's the only change, it's the only change going on into this map.
At least so far. We do have Hang On from Bleeding Lizards. They might be looking at a strat.
Ooh, maybe they're discussing swaps themselves, or I don't know.
As you can see, the supports that I was recently talking about are in fact throwing at this point. They do not have matching icons and will soon be reported and banned from Overwatch as a whole.
Oh, as Willow starts to follow suit.
He heard. No stream snipers. Look, get out of here.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah. We just got those folks that showed us their stream sniping. Tanker.
Siren for lizards here.
Take Rondu. What are you doing? You're just showing that you're not following your team. Where's the team play here? Meanwhile, at least like everybody on the left-hand side with Bleeding Lizards has some sort of snow. Well, sorry, except for Evil. Well, he went with a ginger. He went with a gingerbread.
Tank. Icarus and Evil.
Oh, so we are doing some swaps.
Yes, Arya and Stanley on the support.
Oh, alright. So we're seeing a bunch of swaps here. So we're actually putting Zan and
Crusher, the two DPS players,
into the tank spot. Ari's taken a
support from Evil.
Support.
So the only thing that's staying is Stanley on the support.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
And then that's already from both teams, so.
Cool. Let us get this party started.
Who does Arya main? I don't think she really mains too much. She's pretty flexible, especially because she plays all 3 roles.
I've mostly seen her play Moira for support, but she may play others.
I've seen her play Moira, Mercy, I've seen her play Lucio. Not often, but... Alright. Does anybody hope to see anything? Like, we already know we're not going to see it because they're going to run Ryan Zarya, Junkrat, and a hit scan. But I would love to see some dive, even though it'll literally never happen.
I know. It's not going to happen. Neither team here are in that mindset, though.
Well, no, I've seen Bleeding Lizards run dive, especially during last season. The issue is you cannot dive this team because they have the Junkrat that's going to continue spamming into it.
Right. Well, okay, the Junkrat's not necessarily like as big an issue. I mean, sure he's spamming into it, but it's such like inconsistent. Like, I mean, actually, I shouldn't say inconsistent, but it's Skywalker.
It's inconsistent until you get hit with 2 concussion mines and 2 grenades in the span of 1 second as Winston. Trust me, I know.
So the Lizards here will be on first defense.
Unholy on the Genji.
Oh.
I want to see how that goes against Icarus and Evil, because Genji should have a slight advantage on them, but I don't know, because Icarus is pretty nutty on anything. Plus double shield. Genji versus double shield isn't great. Genji up taking high ground.
Gets forced out. He did end up getting taken out by Evil.
Taken out. So that's man advantage currently for the Bleeding Lizards, and see if they can hold it out here.
Yet Blood Rain is still trying to go in hard, despite some of their losses.
And yeah, they get pretty punished for it. They do get World Crusher out of it, but they lose pretty much their entire team for it. They're still trying to fight this. I'm only trying to dive the backline. 1v6ing. Proper Genji play right there.
Okay, we don't all do that, alright? Alright?
John, don't lie.
If you're not 1v6ing, you're not playing Genji. Admittedly, it was a 1v5 because there was a pick.
There was a pick.
So he probably, with the Genji mentality of like, not only is it not 1v6, it's 1v5, he's got the advantage. Holy swaps over to the Widowmaker, which is going to be insane pressure against that Ashe, just as I was saying.
If he can get an angle.
Moira ult's coming out. Shatter getting blocked. But here comes the tire, see if they can make anything out of it. And that's a massive 3k tire. Looks like that fight's being swung. Skywalker is just is he a Junkrat player or is he a tire player? tires. Like
he's a tire player.
3K tires are.
That's what happens. Farm tire, blow everybody up. Farm tire, blow everybody up.
Don't worry, my friends.
Basically, what you end up having to do against Skywalker is try to give him no, targets to be farming his tires up, because that's a lot of what ends up happening with him. Is he gets a lot of value out of his tires. He's a fantastic tire player.
As much as I like double shield against the hit scan player of Unholy, I don't think it's great against this team because Skywalker is constantly on Junkrat. But he's going for a flank right here, and he does find a pick on this team, but he immediately gets taken out. But Evil Hex gets dropped by the.
Yeah, Meek does take him out.
They're on both sides. It's 4v3. There's a Widow up behind them.
Meek
does get hit by the
forcing
Sonic
him
arrow,
out.
so they know where he is.
Oh, you can't hide.
And getting dove by Arya. See what happens here. Big 1v1 coming up over here. Arya versus Unholy, and Unholy does take the bait.
He gets out of there with 10 health.
Yeah.
Stanley now diving
No one
Unholy.
can hide unless
Coming back to the team
Who is
with
now
the Mortality Field.
behind.
Big save. Unholy's still behind the enemy team there, but that's a big grab that admittedly just got eaten. That was an insane heat from Xanadite. Really good follow from the team to continue pushing through, but that eat on that grab was absolutely insane.
They're gonna end up wanting to chase down this Sorry in the back, or sorry,
Looks like Sky is chasing Arya down.
yeah.
Arya makes it out and behind cover, but Car's almost there. They're gonna have to be able to get out here and touch point. They gotta play aggressive. 4 people on point. It's contested. They got out here in time. But big pick from Skywalker incoming the tire. Gonna look for a big.
Oh, and it gets taken out.
And this is an advantage fight on the side of. Okay, that World Crusher just swings his hammer and finds 4. That's how you can play Reinhardt, especially when you're. That was a whiff on the Sigma ult there. Probably kept him alive in the process though. Like, it makes the team scatter. So even if it doesn't hit anybody, it's the mind game that comes with it.
Ooh.
Unholy finds
Early
a shot
pick on
Icarus.
Icarus.
Luckily, they've got spawn advantage, so he might be able to make it out in time before they get a proper engage.
I don't know about that. He's only just waking up from being killed, and
Unholy over on the far right. Both DPS behind the enemy team, and they get a quick pick onto Arya. Still putting fire in. Big shatter coming in, but they gotta break the immortality field. It does get broken, and those are picks coming through. Evil
taking him. Yep.
Not sure it's gonna be enough. Can't really 1v6. We already saw that. And Arya with the bad spawn. Trying to hunt down tank here with Icarus. Unable to secure the kill because Lucio is just so
No, he's taken out of it. Oh, yeah.
That's a huge dragon coming in. Splits up the entire team and gets a pick. They're going to try to play aggressive into this. Icarus finds 3 in that fight. Very fast. And Evil Hex getting the follow-up. Skywalker finding the pick onto Icarus, but I don't think it's going to matter here. They've got the fight won.
From the shadows.
Respawn's coming back in from both teams, and it's about even on spawn timers. Unholy looking for peaks here. Might get taken out if he's playing too aggressive, but he rolls to safety. Here come the tank lines getting aggressive. Big pin coming in. And the shatter to follow up. Those are 3 massive Ruby picks. It looks like this fight's over before it began.
Unholy is stuck on the wrong side of that payload.
They can stagger Unholy here. It'll be huge.
That would be huge. They're not going to be able to. He's kind of like way up behind him. He can actually farm up his ultimate. That's a spot. Yeah. Although I think I hear a Reaper.
Reaper going up after him with the Baptiste, and they do take him out. That's a huge stagger.
Great
they're trying
stagger.
to over-engage right now, so they're engaging this 5v6. Beat comes out from the Blood Rain. Here comes Signal, pulls up the Rhine. They might be able to find something for this, but here comes that 2K tire. And picks are coming out. Even though it was a 5v6, they used their ults to their advantage. Zan alone right now, if he gets picked, it's a pretty big stagger, and it is a big stagger there.
I am healed.
Not what they wanted to see right now.
Only 48 seconds. This is like 2-fight territory.
Right down to the wire. We're going to have a dragon coming out here.
Ooh. And they're retaliating with their ults here. 4-5 big picks. All they have to do is kill Unholy on the Reaper, and they do. They've got 30 seconds to regroup and make a push, and neither team has ults to do anything with.
Which puts it on even ground. We actually got Stanley coming in with a window pane. That'll be great. And we're seeing Icarus go to a May for the final like stall.
Here comes Window. Might be able to make something out of it. They're putting fire through it.
Reaper coming in.
Down, but Unholy in the back line. Looking for pigs. They have the lamp to keep everybody alive though. Unholy goes down early. That's a big wall. They're not going to be able to touch unless Lucio makes it over. And then in comes the Doomfist, which Skywalker is now on. Unable to find a pick here after using his abilities. Picks are coming out for the Lizards. Immortality down, they're going to have to find a way around it. Skywalker finds a pick onto Icarus, and he's the only one left to keep him here. And it looks like... Oh, Unholy makes it back with the Wraith. It looks like that's going to be where it ends, unless he can, you know...
Stanley is sitting there laughing in an emote while the rest of his team takes out that Unholy.
I mean, it's a proper strat. You saw me do it last night multiple times. Except I made the call out. I'm gonna sit on point. You guys can handle this.
Yeah.
You literally killed 1 or 2 people and then sat on point as Monkey and emoted.
And they didn't do anything about it. It was pretty funny. Either way, that's a pretty big push coming in, but it does mean that if the Bleeding Lizards get it there, it's a win, not a engage, push, new round. You know what I mean. It means they win. They don't have to.
It's
go
not
for
a second.
draw.
It's not a second route for everything. Or not even go for a draw. That's right. That's right.
What we can guarantee is this is the last time we'll have to reassemble your heroes on this map.
Yes. Oh, hey, the car's back. Welcome, VIP car.
Nah, he's a dick bag.
Big bag o' dicks.
Either way, Evil Hex. Sorry. Evil Hex and Unholy gonna be doing the sniper battle again, and they don't have a Mercy to damage boost the Ashe here. Meaning that Unholy has a massive advantage of being able to one-shot the Ashe, while the Ashe cannot one-shot back. Skywalker coming in with the trap in front of the door, see if he's gonna find anything out of it. I really doubt it, considering people are looking straight down at it, but who knows, things could happen.
Yeah, you got Hex, he's looking straight for it right now. And somebody is caught in it. You think they would have communicated if somebody saw it, because you saw a few people from Lizards actually
either way, that's 26%
looking at it. That is right then and there. That is a great way to start it off.
On the way out, and Icarus has made his way behind the enemy team, trying to out 1v1 Unholy in this backline.
I need healing.
The Widow versus oh fuck, man, he actually got
finds the shots on the Icarus. Even though there's a lamp there, that's weird. Lamp came down, must have been a second too late.
Man.
A lot of stuff that people don't know about Unholy is he's actually a tracer man.
I refuse to believe you with the way that he shoots people on McCree.
Or Widow.
He was a tracer man whenever he first started playing Overwatch.
I was a tracer main when I first started playing Overwatch. Doesn't mean I'm a tracer main.
He still plays her sometimes.
I mean, I still play her sometimes. I'm still not a tracer main.
I play her sometimes, and I don't really play tracer. But I play her sometimes.
Like, what I mean by tracer main is he was a one-trick tracer. He didn't play anybody.
Big window coming in. Might be able to get some aggression here, but there's the tire and it finds 3, just like always.
From behind, too, of course. That's where these two love to play. Both Unholy and Skywalker love to play in the back line.
I'd love to see the Roadhog pick here. Like,
I know,
it's
right?
really good at just shutting down people flanking you.
Dude, need? I mean, I guess for defense, yeah, but like, they don't.
But like counterflanking is Roadhog,
No
they
one
can't really
can
do anything
hide
about
from
it because they don't have anybody to defend it.
Oh, we got Icarus on the Genji right now. Oh, and a quick pick from Unholy.
He doesn't
Doesn't
have
even.
balls, he's up in a really safe position.
Yeah.
It looks like Evil Hex is still trying to engage from behind. There comes the window, so this should be a back out retreat type of situation. You cannot fight into that.
Especially when you have.
But that's a massive shatter. They might be able to do something with this one. Icarus makes it back in time to help follow up with the shatter. Both of the lamps are down. Here comes the bongo to try to help put things together, and because of the disengage on the side of Bleeding Lizards, it looks like they're not going to be able to push this one through.
Oh, and out comes the
massive
Zan.
pull. No picks.
Yeah, he was also
alone. It's a lot of damage.
Yeah, but he was still alone. Nobody to follow it up really at this point in time.
Evil Hex is deep behind the enemy's team. Getting chased down by Skywalker right now.
And Skywalker's got another tire ready, roaring to go. He's actually going to be sneakily trying to find a spot for it right now.
There's immortality field down, but it gets dropped before they land. So that's a pick onto Zan, and then the tire to follow up and pick, like always.
Like, you should almost always expect that Skywalker is going to be with your team. Like, if you're the enemy. Hey, yeah, he is on our side all the time. Exactly. He lives in the back line.
This is going to be last push territory. They're coming up on the spin to win and the Kamehameha line. They don't really have anything to follow up with it right now, but here comes the window, most likely.
Yeah, we got window. They'll actually have two Kamehamehas coming out, so as soon as Willow comes out, it's going to get launched. Yep, we got the second one that comes out.
Pick onto Icarus, and that might be the game. It's, yeah, picks on the side. Looks like
Hero goes down. Of course, that another tire. Another goddamn tire. Oh man. Play of the game. Oh, and Ari gets the play of the game here.
This big save.
Oh yes.
It keeps a lot of her team alive here because of the healing through it, but it also got a tag on every single person who died to all these ults.
I love that focus right at the end on Blink there. It's just like, fuck you, Blink, I'm putting this in your face. I loved it. It was great.
37% of damage taken. That's an insane amount of healing.
Yeah, it was pretty solid. Pretty solid.
Because it's being said in the chat, any thoughts on the MVP pick currently?
Right now, it's hard to pull away from between Skywalker and Unholy, just because of the fact that they're...
Wait, why are we giving Skywalker MVP? I say we give the tire MVP.
Yeah, the tire gets MVP. So can we interview the tire? I don't want Unholy.
Really loud noises.
Or Skywalker. I just want the tire.
Exactly.
Because frankly, if like the amount of value that those two are putting out for their team, it is clear as day. That
admittedly, like, it's still a lot of value coming out from other people. Like, Blink was getting a lot of value with Zarya applying pressure. Dax has been able to keep the front line going. Like, you can't pull flanks like that unless your team is able to, like, the two-man flanks with both DPS flanking, you have to have a really stable, like, tank and support line to just not die. Because for a short period of time there, you are fighting 6v4 while they set up for a flank.
Alright, so we're going to be moving our map over to our assault map, which will be Volskaya Industries.
I would love to say again, I would love to see something different, but I don't think we will. These teams are very set in stone on what they play. Admittedly, there are a lot of swaps that come out from Bleeding Lizards, but even then, it's still
a lot of role swaps too. Like it's not even just, hey, let's bring this person in. For, like there's nobody that they can bring in, but I mean, like it's a lot of role swaps.
Admittedly, we saw Orisa for the first time during that map.
True. True.
Even though she is not even arguably, she's just the best tank in the game right now.
Yeah, pretty much. It's well, she has been for a long time. Ever since Goats died, she became.
Ham solo carry potential is the biggest issue with that. Like,
Unholy said to check his stats. Tracer's his most played hero.
I mean, yeah, Brig's my most played hero. Does that mean I'm a Brig one trick? Because I don't play her anymore.
True.
Here, let's check. Let's continue down the stats.
He's a hit scan player. That's how I think of Unholy.
4, 5,
He's insane
6,
hit scan player.
7, 8, 9.
For our elo,
yeah,
especially.
Plus, I'm assuming quick play. Yeah, 51 hours in quick play. Doesn't count if it's quick play.
Oh, I was talking about all modes. He used to be a Lucio main too. Or he used to play Lucio a lot.
That's fine.
And
He's
he
still
like...
a hit scan player. That's how I think of Unholy, regardless. He's a hit scan player. He gets great value out of McCree, Ashe, and Widowmaker, and those are his bread and butter. When he ends up swapping off onto other roles, even a little bit of the Reaper is pretty good.
Here.
Okay. But even with like a little bit of his Reaper play is not bad either. But most of the time, it's one of those things where with Unholy, I feel like unless he's on a hit scan player, I'm not feeling the same amount of pressure that he's able to put onto an enemy team that he is when he's on a hit scan.
I mean, whenever like up against Northbourne, which all three casters are Northbourne, so that's why we're very, very tilted about Unholy and Skywalker because they.
That's not tilted.
I'm tilted because they swapped Reaper to go to my Reaper.
You're having PTSD flashbacks at this moment in time.
It's like,
oh no, the hits.
All I did was practice Doomfist for so long, so I could just be a Doomfist one trick against every team, and then these guys get McCree Junkrat. Like, I can't play Doomfist into that. It's stupid. So I have to play Reaper, and then once I finally get some value, he swaps to Reaper and just hunts me down.
Right.
I'm pretty sure Unholy comes from PC, though.
Oh.
I was just sitting here thinking about it. I'm pretty sure... I don't know if he played console first or if he played PC first. I know he plays both. And
I played PC first.
He's diamond on PC.
Yeah,
for DPS.
I don't have a PC, so... Yeah, for his DPS.
I mean, he's diamond on console, just not on DPS.
He played console first.
See, I played...
He's listening to the stream. He just messaged me and told me that.
Yeah, I used to be an insane player on PC, because when you're on PC, you don't miss.
Yeah, it's called Install Aimbot.
No, it's called my tracking on
kidding.
PC is unbeatable.
So we're going to be seeing...
Surefour wishes he was me.
Stanley coming into DPS.
So I'm expecting a Reaper. I mean, it's really sad that I have to talk about this while apparently both teams are listening.
I know, right?
I'm not sure who all is in the chat, and I don't know how to check the list, but there's 19 viewers.
I don't know how to check on PC. I can check it on my phone.
You could go to Overbuff, technically.
To check who's watching the stream?
Oh, to check who's watching the stream. No.
Okay, John.
I thought you were talking about looking at stats for...
Like, I see Unholy, I see Arya, but she's always on the stream. She always has it open in the background. I see Robo2 Rocks, which, if you're on after this game, hit me up. We'll do some queuing.
That's right, Ari.
Felix,
you tell him who's boss.
Who I assume is Skywalker.
Okay, Meek.
Meek.
Okay. Psy, Bacon, Guardians, Nightbot. Arya.
Oh, Felix actually subscribed. Thanks for the
Felix.
This is boosted from Meek. Meek is a bot from Arya. Psy and Arya both have Ligma from Meek.
Oh, okay.
All right, are we ready here?
Fastest way to get bits. Is it bits or is it just streaming stuff? Oh,
it's
the
there's a
reward
new
system.
thing. Yeah, it's a new thing. Every stream you watch, you get so many points, and you can do stuff like that. You can get new emotes and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I have 910.
Looks like both teams are set to go, so let's get Volskaya underway. Into the heart of Russia.
Wow, I'm a bot too, apparently. I mean, admittedly I am. I only play ball and feet. Like we said earlier on stream, I played Winston, dove in, killed 2 people, and literally used my city
on this map.
And the rest of the team. I sat right in the middle of the point and told the rest of my team, go kill them, I'm done. You guys got this.
Oh,
and
right.
I still have... That's what I was sitting there saying, go fight them, I've got the point.
No, why are you guys here? Why are you here? Why are you here?
It was just me. Why are there 3 people on point? I said to leave. Proper team captain material there, John. I think I've earned my spot as co-captain for that in-game, sportsmanship. I don't know what word to use for that.
Unholy said thank you for the compliments.
I called him an aimbotter. Is that really a compliment? Like, here, I'll report him right now for aimbotting. Unholy report cheating.
Aimbot installed. Yes, on console. So it looks like we're going to be seeing Ashe and a Reaper here on our defense for a solid Zarya Rein.
Thank you for reporting Unholy RRD for cheating. Reports like yours help make Overwatch a better and friendlier place to play. By the way, I just reported him for aimbotting. Either way, here we go. We have the Rein Zarya. Pretty typical stuff coming through from both teams.
Alright,
Icarus with the nastiest spot on Ashe, looking for the biggest dynamite, which he just got. Behind the enemy team, pulling a
Skywalker just rummeling his friggin' grenades through that front line, picking off Meek, followed by the rest of the team.
5? That's 5 kills?
Yeah, pretty much. Is he gonna make it?
Okay,
oh,
so
nope.
Skywalker got
the last one.
Remember when we said that it was the healers carrying this team?
Yeah, we didn't say that.
Remember when that was said in chat?
We didn't say that.
Objective A captured. New defense point. Objective B.
Already with the Lucio getting on point. He just there to show them the threat.
Junkrat has tire.
Oh yeah, pretty much.
The first ult online in the game was Junkrat's tire, even before Willow Forge's.
No. It came online before the game started.
Remember when I said 3K tire?
Yeah, pretty much. That's. We should just call Skywalker 3K tire. 3K. But that is a quick take for Blood Rain there, though. Like they got 5 minutes and 31 seconds in the bank. Like that's gonna be nutty.
Initiating match.
Oh, so I had something pretty funny happen in Smite earlier today.
Yeah?
I was queuing some Smite games and accidentally ran into a pro player.
Like a pro Smite player?
Yep. because it's cross-platform.
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
So I actually ran into a pro Smite player and proceeded to get rolled by him.
Oh, so it wasn't even like it was on your team. Dang.
No. I mean, he's one of my... it's another streamer, I'm not going to name it just because...
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a thing to do, but like he's my favorite Smite player. He's just been a fantastic player pretty much his entire career. He's a wonderful personality, and I watch him on stream all the time. And I ran into him, and I'm just like, is that really him? Like, it's probably not him. So I go on his stream, and it was him. That's like the dream right there, because Smite's the best game on console.
It's only a game. Why do you have to be
no.
mad? It's only
Yeah, see, Tire MVP, even Robo gets.
Yeah, Tire MVP, seriously.
Who has more kills, Skywalker or the Tire?
The Tire, 100%. Actually, I can't really say that because on this map, Skywalker actually has more kills than his Tire.
He got a 5K.
Without the Tire, but that's how he got the 5K. Or sorry, he got his Tire, was that 5K. Stanley is already
Skywalker
across.
playing with his team?
Skywalker, you're playing with the wrong team. You're supposed to be in their back line.
That's an early pick on Unholy, though. Like an early pick, and Willow's hacked. Almost down. He's got like 1 HP, but he can stay alive the entire time somehow.
Although Unholy is... Sorry, Skywalker is the one that's the... that you want to end up taking out right now. Wow, no,
that's the big thing. They don't have a shield. Like, they're running double shield and losing the shield war against the single Skywalker on Junkrat. They're super split up, which honestly I think is a proper way to play here, but they're not on a set of characters to play split up. Yeah, at this point any deaths here just from staggers, and at that point it would just be a misplay.
He's almost got his Tire. Spamming out.
But hey, Meek got his ult first, Dax got his ult first, like Skywalker's fighting this round.
He's not doing a whole lot himself, no. But Stanley has almost got... Yeah, exactly. That's what I was mainly thinking. Oh, but it just takes out the Immortality field.
Countered. Admittedly, it still only would have been a single kill, but that's still a lot of kills. Because while you look for the Tire, Unholy shoots your team.
They are a fairly nutty combo. That's going to be hard to actually heal through, so they're definitely going to want to have their team back out. And, oh no, the boop comes out, and Tanker does happen to get Ari in that push. He's going to stop that.
That's a big EMP, though, with the follow-up.
But
it's 4v4 right now.
Icarus does get taken out in the process. Skywalker is having to rotate back to point.
Unholy is high ground with his high noon. Here it comes. Doesn't find anybody. Both DPS up top. Unholy gets hacked, but there comes the grab flux. Doesn't find anybody. They can just get point value. The only one there is Unholy. I'd like just put a shield up in front of him. You can win this. But there comes a grab.
Wrong team put the shield in. He gets both of those stuns, but he gets the Icarus with the follow-up after the flashbang. They got 60 seconds. We got, right now, Dakota is sitting in the bunker. Nope, doesn't actually get off his window pane in time, but that's fine because they're going to have one final attempt at getting this, and that's going to be huge to start off this next engagement.
We've only got 30 seconds. And they're down in ults. But they're down a player now because Stanley went early pick on the tank. They might be able to take this one out.
This might be what Lizards need in order to actually get this push going, and we can move this into second...
that's a big shatter.
Wait, no, that's a bad shatter. We have a lot of ults that are online for
Tyre only finds 2 instead of 3, and honestly, it might be enough. Looks like that would be not only the map, but the game. That is a
Yep, that is a 3-0
for Blood Rain.
Well, congrats, Blood Rain. You have secured a first win under the new name from Team Amethyst.
This will restore you. Surrender to my will.
That's actually 2 Coalescence plays. Although technically the Tyre got the play.
Epic. Impeccable.
See if there's any swaps for map 4.
Well, while we're waiting on that, we are going to move ourselves into the invitation failed player, maybe in a custom game matchmaking. I didn't invite anybody else. The fuck game? What the actual fuck? Okay, so it looks like we are bringing Blink in for Sky. So Blink is getting a little bit of time here on damage. Mm-hmm. And we are moving our map over to Route 66.
I want to see Unholy on the Tracer, since that's what's been talked about. Like, at this point it's a 3-0, so that Tracer play would be really nice.
See something different. You guys got, like, you know, yeah, kind of a, I mean, sure, map differential is a thing, but at this point, go all out, man.
I messaged him and told him to play Tracer. He said okay.
You're going to have him take it away from Blink? Oh, no.
Blink hasn't been playing Tracer.
Yeah, Blink plays literally everything else now.
Yeah. He doesn't play Tracer that often anymore.
Oh, wait, what? Did Dakota just disconnect?
Guess we'll see what's going on with the 5v6 option. Although Evil Hex is sitting in spectate, so even if there is an issue, we might be able to get him back in.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not overly. Oh, he got Nat typed. That's unfortunate. You missed it, Blazin. We actually saw some Hanzo on Hollywood.
Yeah, there's been a decent amount of Hanzo.
We just gotta wait for seeing if Dakota's getting back. Apparently, there were some Nat type issues there, and we get a final map underway. And what, we're an hour into the stream, so. No, they were unable to stop Sky, actually, with the Hanzo. To be fair, that map actually was a lot of like with having Hanzo on Meek playing Hanzo. There was a lot of pressure on Meek from the from Unholy, so he wasn't able to actually end up doing a lot about the Junkrat. And the Junkrat also basically lives in the enemy backline a lot of the time. I mean, you should almost kind of expect it and try to play around keeping him out of there. That's where he's getting a lot of it. Was getting a lot of his charge. That last map, he wasn't really living as much in the back line as we normally see him, but.
Yeah, honestly, as Ginger Ninja is saying, Blood Rain is on fire. Like, they figured out what their team comp is, they figured out what their roles are after having some issues early in the season, but once I got that set, they've done nothing but, like, stomp games. They've had some closer games, they've had losses on maps and such, but, like, especially with the practice that they've been getting recently, which I know that they've been getting, they're just all over it. They know what they're doing now.
Have they actually been getting their practices in? I actually haven't heard anything about that in the last little while. Because I was talking with Blink with it, so. Oh, scrims are pretty key, actually, yeah. It's fantastic. Good to hear they've started sorting that out. And it shows. I mean, it always shows, but... Oh, and we have N-Dragon back. Dakota is the one that we will... Oh, sorry, is the name that we use all the time, but he's back in... Oh, no, he's still loading. I still see honeycombs.
They're not honeycombs, they're hexagons.
What's a honeycomb?
Sorry that you don't know shapes.
What's a shape?
Well, that one's a hexagon.
No,
Fuck.
he's gone.
He's gone.
Oh, man. So bad. Now I gotta figure out what the fuck I want for food as soon as this is over. So I'm currently taking a look.
Zan and Stanley on tank. Meek and Dakota on DPS. Ari and Bone Crusher on the support. Once we get Dakota back.
Yeah, Dakota's definitely struggling. Alright, is he... No, he is still having his issues here. It's unfortunate. I don't know if we're actually... I mean, Evil ended up leaving it too, so... Oh, there we go. It looks like he's back. We should be good to start and get this final round underway.
Initiating match.
Ooh, I'm gonna use one of these.
We'll see what happens on map 4. These are some big changes coming through, like putting Endragon on the DPS. We've seen that he's capable of doing quite a bit on it. Plus having no Junkrat, at least not Skywalker's 3K tire Junkrat on this last map, might make some big differences.
Ready for battle.
Oh yeah.
Alright, I was lied to. That is not the right person on Tracer.
I'll go confront him right now.
Well, the funny thing is like as soon as you said that, he ended up being like, "Yeah, I'll go Tracer." I'm like, "You're gonna pull that away from Blink? That's like a signature damage hero for Blink. You're gonna bring Blink in and steal his Tracer away? Oh, you heartless people."
I messaged Zach and I said, Bryce is mad you're not on Tracer. He said maybe second round.
Oh, is that Unholy's name? Zach?
Yeah, sorry.
Although, I know that Unholy and Blink are actually longtime friends, so...
Oh yeah, they went to school together.
Yep.
Big early pick from Endragon. Punches Unholy right off the map.
Nice.
Actually, Zach was the one who taught Ant how to play Tracer.
Oh, okay.
Like, Zach's the reason why Ant plays Tracer.
And Endragon getting a couple of nice picks there with Stanley. They're actually they're able to hold this off. That'll be solid for them.
Injured again.
Icarus looking for those flankers. Unfortunately, it looks like Blood Rain is starting to tear apart his team. He's having to back off, otherwise he's going to risk himself getting staggered. Zan may want to be following suit. Find that door, Zan. There we go. That was solid save from Icarus. Unfortunately, Blink happens to... Yeah. Stanley unable to contest.
Hello. I could feel it. Hello. Hello.
I am ready to unleash coalescence.
Help me. This will heal you.
There you go, Bryce.
That's what I wanted to see. He's out of Tracer. Nope. Not a Tracer main. Lost to a Baptiste.
We'll
Baptiste didn't use Immortality on himself. Those are some big picks coming in from Arya and N-Dragon.
And they've regained the actual control of the payload location right now. So as long as they can hold this for another 4 minutes.
N-Dragon played a dangerous game trying to push spawn against the Sombra as Doom Fist.
Get into position.
Made it out alive, but had to use his ult to do it.
This will improve your position.
Oh, and now comes a fat shatter. Not a much follow-up with it, though. They were able to actually sustain themselves.
Your sweat fades.
Big stick from Unholy as well.
Oh, and that's a solid choice for the hack there on that N-Dragon. Having to struggle himself to get away.
Miss me?
Found him, and getting the hack off, so he's not going to be able to get away. Yep. Suiciding just to prevent the ult charge. Unfortunately, it does stagger himself quite a bit, though, from the rest of his team. Out comes the EMP. Was probably not 100% necessary at that very moment, but they are securing point 2. Icarus swapped over to the Junkrat. Alright, they're getting ready for the engagement, and that was a whiffed bomb there from Unholy.
Yeah, wasn't even close to anybody.
Although he's living in their backline right now, so... Nice save on Unholy from Impulse there. And it looks like Unholy is swapping. He's swapping.
Nope. Banned.
He's not a Tracer player. He's hit scan.
Yeah, he's not.
I told you, he's hit scan. Gonna get a lot more value.
He's a Tracer main like I'm a Tracer main.
See, what I said was that he used to be a Tracer main.
Oh, now you're backpedaling. You're backpedaling.
That's why I argued. If you would have said he used to be, I wouldn't have argued. Because I used to be as well. But that was on PC, because you can do those sick 180s.
Mm-hmm. I think he got to the point where he figured out he can aim and then just started playing McCree with him.
It's a better choice for him.
Oh, and we got DPI with a nice shatter there. Gets Blink in the process. And of course, Unholy is following up there. Yeah. Hunting down that Genji right now.
Is he being hunted?
Out comes Icarus with his tire. He does pick 2 off in that. That's actually what they'll need in order to stabilize this push.
It looks like they are going to stabilize, but they haven't dealt with Unholy in the back yet.
Nope, they have not, and they still got Blink on Mei there. That's just...
No one can hide on my sight.
Oh, that was a nice shot on both Arya and then followed up with Icarus. They're finally deciding to start making their pushes to get Unholy, but
he's down.
He's finally down. N-Dragon trying to stall what he can out of this point. He's gonna protecting.
That grab with the shatter. It worked
nice. Out comes the Blizzard from Blink. Nobody gets picked on Daxter's shatter there. Right now we just had Icarus who was trying to stall as much as he could on the point. He was just sneakily crouching behind the point. Just running down the clock at this point. You want to get them like as close to OT as possible, if not hit them into OT. And oh, Zan with the ult just a little on the late side. Granted, he did need to come back out.
Score 0-3. Switching sides. Initiating match.
Either way, got him down to 23 seconds, which is pretty massive, let's be honest.
Yeah,
like,
that's going to be huge for them going into this round. They just got to make sure that they can actually get... Because, I mean, as long as you actually have, you know, more time in the bank, that's what you want. Or giving yourself at least a second opportunity.
Yeah, they just need to get there. Like,
Ready for battle.
23 seconds isn't much, so as long as they can get there, even if it's in overtime.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
See, I'm waiting to see the old school BM from Unholy where you just sit there and spin and just like teabag melee the ground, that kind of crap.
Yeah.
Hey, my controller finally died, so now I'm on a second one.
Oh.
Stop the payload.
We're going to see some Unholy on Genji here.
Narrowly avoids the hack.
Very narrowly, but he gets N-Dragon, who's on Widow at this point in time, dove over to him. Now Tanker's actually taken out DPI.
Thanks. I need healing. My ultimate is charging.
Oh, and Icarus taken out by Unholy as well now. Ahri does get Blink. That's a solid pick right there, getting the Mei out of the way. Who's now swapping over to a sorry, no, N-Dragon swapped over to Pharah. And out comes the blade from Unholy at this moment, and he does get N-Dragon and Crusher. Oh, no, that was fantastic. He dove onto the Ana, and the second that happened, was able to deflect her own nade into her. Does finally get taken out by N-Dragon. N-Dragon is now raining that sky. And this is actually the push that they're going to need. Yep, and Unholy's now needing to make a swap to the hip scams.
Get behind me. Clearing the area.
And they are getting the picks that they actually need in order to keep pushing this with the help of Ahri and Zan. And Dragon doing cleanup. Now he's just got to take out this Pharah here. Or sorry, Pharah's got to take out the Widowmaker here. while while Stanley is just hulking on point with his Reinhardt. Out comes a fat Shatter, and he does happen to get Crusher in the process. Unholy following up on Endragon. Out comes Blade from Icarus here. Doesn't really get any picks out of it, but... And this will be, I think, where Icarus swaps off. Yep, we're going with the Hanzo now. It's a solid choice against the... Mei right now, because you don't want to be in her freeze range. And out comes Rally, and they're gonna go for brawl mode. Unholy is actually sneaking up behind them. He's gonna go for... Oh, he's gonna go back and... I don't know if he knows what he's doing.
It looked like he was going to look for a spawn camp, but none of
it did, but yeah. Right now he's just going to be looking for that Deadeye. I think he's going to wait until his team starts coming out. And once that engagement happens, he's going to go for the... Yep. But they know where he is. Let them up. Here comes the Deadeye, and he gets a solid 3K out of it. Four if you count his aftermath.
It's not my time.
And they have regained control of their point.
Get the payload moving.
60 seconds. Get into position. I'm restoring
you. Activating the barrier.
When faced with a second, you must challenge.
Meanwhile, Endragon over top of him escapes the grab there. Oh, and he gets a nice solid pick on Tanker. He could actually end up trying to get this final pick on the... Oh, well, Icarus follows up with it instead. But Endragon does end up happening to... Stay alive, and he's got his tire ready to go, roaring.
Oh, you really stepped in it. Nice shield shot. Get into position.
Icarus taken out by Unholy. DPI Stanley with his come here. Oh, and a fat Shatter. Oh no. He does get two off, but Icarus does actually pick him in the meantime. This is going to be what they need actually to push through. They're actually doing fantastic in this round.
By the dragon.
Icarus does have his dragon ready to go too. Actually, and they got Tyre, and that's the first good pick on Impulse. He's just going to get this. He's going to want to wait until his final push to clear everybody off point. Here we go with the dragon from Icarus. And they are going to have more time. Well,
with an 8-second advantage.
8 seconds. Jeez. That's going to make things pretty tight. Pretty tight.
Initiating match.
Tay, you still here?
Yeah,
I
I'm
know
here.
you probably unplugged yourself because loud noises in background, but...
Oh no, my parents aren't here.
Oh.
Or well, my mom's here, but my dad's at work.
Who works anymore?
Wish I did.
He was off for 2 weeks for Christmas, so he's having to work a bunch of overtime now.
Me too, I've been off for Christmas.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Did you see what I messaged you, Ty?
Yeah, I seen it.
And we're going with the classic setup here, right on this first corner, right on the first bend. We're seeing, Holy's gonna try and, he's actually gonna flat out ignore the, Junkrat that's up on the tram. Oh, and Tankard is getting thrown around by DPA Stanley here.
Already getting an early pick onto Unholy should be pretty useful for their team.
Yep, that's what they need to see.
Stanley's getting put pretty low here, though. So is Dax, and Dax goes down. And so does Blink. This might be an early stop.
This is actually what they're going to end up needing in order to actually take this map, too. If they can actually keep it from moving at all at this point, this shouldn't be a difficult place to push it from. And, man, Meek here is just rocking people in the face here with the Doomfist.
I'm getting PTSD. The first time we played against Meek and his Doomfist.
Oh, right.
I mean, he's the reason I learned Doomfist, let me be completely honest.
Score 3-3. Switching sides.
Man, that's actually, what, 8 meters. So, they got some low boots to fill. Sorry, small boots to fill. Low.
So you're saying there's a chance?
There's a very, very good chance. This I feel is Lizard's map. This is where I feel Lizard is going to actually prevail.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Oh, I accidentally closed out the Twitch app. Fuck. I do not know what's going on in chat right now. Give us a rundown of chat, Tay.
Nothing really.
Oh. Alright, and it looks like because the fact that there's such a short distance that they actually have to travel, they're setting up right in front of this point.
I mean, it's where you have to
you need to, you need to.
You hold on point or you lose.
Basically.
And I understand it's a really bad spot to be holding, but like, it's all you can do.
And that first
with an early
pick
on
with
Tankeron, it might just be it.
Dragon there,
That's
yeah.
two early picks.
Two fantastic picks too. Like those are some high value ones. Three, there we go. Now that Unholy and Blink are out of the way, there's no way that they're going to be able to.
Sitting on top.
Yep, and there goes map 4. Bleeding Lizards do take the final one to put something into their map differential. Unfortunately for them, the the match was already won from.
Yes, but it does help them with the map differential.
It ended off as a 3-1 for Blood Rain there, Adam. Bleeding Lizards got the final map, and that was that.
So who are we thinking for MVP and honorable mentions.
Tire, and...
No, I think Tire can be MVP, but like, we have to give it
Tire,
honorable mentions.
Yeah, Tire's an honorable mention too. And then for Lizards, honorable mention will be...
Honestly, this is going to sound pretty odd coming from me. MVP, I'm honestly thinking Unholy. He showed even in last game that he can like pull weight even without Skywalker applying pressure. Skywalker did apply a lot of pressure, but again, you have him and Unholy holding cross angles. Both of them are applying pressure. Skywalker cannot play like he does without Unholy doing the same thing.
Pretty much.
As for in my opinion, I think he's MVP, and then the honorable mention would be Skywalker. He also didn't play fourth map.
Mm-hmm.
And then on Bleeding Lizards, I actually think Arya.
Yeah, I was torn between Arya and Meek on Lizards.
Meek was doing a lot on the DPS and the tanks and stuff like that.
Yep. But I definitely like the Arya choice.
But yeah, those would be my honorable mentions and pick for MVP. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but those are my choices.
I think I wholly agree in that...
Holy. It's unholy, idiot.
Yeah, but I wholly agree. In full.
Any comments from you, Ted?
Yeah, I agree.
Alright, let me just quickly type this in here. Sorry, I'm just putting this into chat here. And apparently I don't know how to spell bleeding. All right. So fantastic. And do you guys have anything? I have nothing that I particularly end up having to ask them. So unless you guys do, then
I don't really either. I already know it's similar questions I'd ask everything, which is like how they're preparing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But even I made the comment they practice quite a bit. They were in practice before the game today. I know they were going to practice last night. They had scrims. They've been playing really, really aggressively and very good together. Like as much as you do hear me talk about specifically Unholy and Skywalker, it's because their names show up in kill feeds. I do the exact same thing in any other game. DPS do get a lot of credit, even when tanks are playing like perfect and supports keep their team alive.
Well, the DPS can't be on that kill feed without their team making that space and...
Exactly.
It's a team game for a reason, right? Like
you cannot have Unholy and Skywalker flanking and getting 5Ks like that without the other 4 members of the team being able to apply pressure and keep the eyes off of them. Like, nobody knows where Skywalker is because you can't just, like, take the time to look for him. Because if you take the time to look for him, you'll lose the fight against their tanks and supports.
Pretty much. And
same with Unholy.
Yep. Well, that's the other thing, too, is half the times, like, so Skywalker, like, living in the back line and everything quite often ends up being one of those things where it's like, well, he can because the amount of pressure that Unholy is giving the team that they still end up having to focus on him. Same thing with Dax. Dax being somebody who's right up in their faces. Their attention's distracted. Unholy gets most of his value out of... Skywalker gets a lot of his value out of the fact that the rest of his team is able to keep him in a spot that he can actually just comfortably spam, and then eventually just disappear and show up when he's got tire. That's a lot of what ends up happening when you end up watching these games. So Unholy being the regular damage player that's putting that pressure in on a constant while you have just spam rat.
Either way, like, it's like I said, even with them flanking. You can't look for Unholy because you'll die to Skywalker. You can't look for Skywalker because you'll die to Unholy.
Pretty much.
And you can't flank them like they're flanking you because they are Junkrat and McCree. They're very, very good at stopping flankers.
Mm-hmm. It's a pretty gnarly duo, and Blood Rain's going to be the one to watch for T3. They're pretty much climbing the ranks real quick.
Yep. Either way, that was a good game.
Excellent, excellent. All right, well, I think there's another one later on this evening. I'm not entirely certain who it is off heart. I think it's BB and Raijin. I believe tonight at 8 p.m. Yeah, it is. It's Raijin and BB tonight at 8 p.m. EST. Yeah. See if that ends up taking place. I haven't heard much from BB's roster in the last few days, so hopefully we do still end up having a match. Otherwise, we do go with the Northborn, us three casters here, versus Quiet Ones come Tuesday night at 8 p.m. EST, and then we will have a Jokers versus Clown 9, I believe, on the Friday? Yeah, it's Friday.
I'll be honest, I've got no idea.
No, I'm looking at the schedule right now. I was looking at the 110, and I was just like, is the 10th Friday?
Like, you told me we have a game on Tuesday, and that's kind of surprising to me.
What? You're the one that told told me about it like a week ago. And I was like, oh,
I know.
shit,
I was
that's
like, we have a
right.
game
Yeah,
on
the
Tuesday.
10th
That's
is on
not
Friday.
good.
So, all right, cool. Well, join us Tuesday night, Friday night, and hopefully tonight. So, for more games. All right, and everybody have a good afternoon.